Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. So how was everyone's weekend? Mine was pretty quiet. I didn't have a lot that I had to do, just grocery shopping, and I did clean out my pantry. Yay, finally. That was the one thing I did not do last weekend. So I got that done. It was actually kind of accidental. What was I doing? I was putting something up in a bin where I keep, oh yeah, we'll talk about that. But I was putting some stuff up in a bin where I keep kind of like my snack foods. And we kind of have like three bins at the top. We have my husband's, which has all like the bad stuff, like Pop-Tarts and, my, temptation basket. And then I have my basket, and then there's the one that the kids, put their stuff in, which they don't do a lot of snacks, so there's not really a lot in there anyway. But anywho, so I was doing that and things were falling down. I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. So I just brought those baskets down. That was my intention, was just to do those. And then it just trickled down. So I'm glad. See, if I didn't set out to do it, then it got done, and it got done really well. If I would have set out to do it, I would have I don't know, I would have made it more of a production for myself. And I think that's the only thing with organizing and cleaning that happens, is I make it way more than it needs to be. So this worked out great. So it is all cleaned out. So that was one accomplishment. Other than that, I didn't really do anything. I didn't really have any plans to do anything, which was good. I wanted to read some this weekend because I didn't get much reading done last weekend. So I did. I started a book yesterday, and so I was doing that. I did do a workout on Saturday, but not Sunday. Meal prepped yesterday, which my meal prep only took me, I think I told you guys in the video I was going to give myself an hour and 45 minutes. But it only took just a little over an hour, and that included cleanup. I think it's doing only, like, not trying to do so much is really helping a lot. Plus, I noticed the budget is so much better not doing like a different meal every single day, and I'm getting used to actually eating the same meals every day or several days. So by breaking it up, where I just did those fajitas and I just did those empanadas, and that gives me two different meal options this week, and then a third one a third option will be like leftovers. So like tonight we're having the chicken verde, and usually we have leftovers, so we'll see if we do or not tonight. But there'll be other things that I can come up with. So, yeah, it only took me like an hour. So I'm going to start doing it that way, I think. Just coming up with maybe two main dishes for me to do for lunches. And that's just how it's going to be. And I just have to get used to it because it is better on the budget and much easier for meal prep. And I also thought, you know what, not because I was keeping things kind of budget friendly this weekend, I didn't buy a whole lot of vegetables or a whole lot of fruit. So I think I need to kind of do it that way as well. Just kind of focus on, okay, I'm going to do these fruits this week. Like I already had apples and oranges, so I'm going to finish those up this week. I always buy bananas. And then those strawberries that I bought were on sale, so I thought I'll just pick those up, and that'll be a nice little treat this week. So I'm just going to kind of try to keep things simple and just simplify all those. So anyway, so that was that. I did get up and do some walking this morning, so I got that done. I did... my period did start yesterday when it was supposed to, so that's kind of on track. But today I'm feeling, I'm feeling it today. This weekend I was feeling it in the way I was really super tired and drained feeling, which is what happens quite a bit. And then today it's just the little bit of pain. So anyway, I don't know, we'll see what happens on Friday as far as weigh-in. I'm really still kind of wanting to do my full month, so I don't know. I know you guys are probably really annoyed with hearing all this, but back in February anyways, in February it's going to be weekly weigh-ins no matter what. I was looking at my tracker last night to see the day that I weighed, and I did weigh in on January 1st, and I thought, you know what, next Friday is February 2nd, so I thought I might just wait until then. So we'll just see how I feel. I'm actually kind of over the like wanting to do it. It definitely worked. This definitely worked for kind of resetting my mind, I think. I'm not, like, I don't have that urge anymore to go grab it out of my closet or anything like that, so that is good. I am drinking a 1-point cup of coffee. I did a extra large cup because I'm going to bring tea with me to work instead of coffee. I've been really enjoying my green tea every morning. I've been making that big, like 30-ounce cup of green tea and then just sipping on it all morning at work. So that's been really nice. Oh gosh, you guys, so this is what I'm going to talk about. This is why I was in the pantry to begin with, because yesterday I could not stop eating. It was just non-stop. You know, I think some people like, I mean, and I totally appreciate your comments, which that's one of the things I need to do is catch up on comments. I was just reading all day yesterday. It was really nice. But anyway, you know, everybody is always making these sweet comments about how, you know, I stay on plan so well, you know, model, Weight Watcher, da 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 da. But I do have my moments, and you know, I do try to stay on track as much as I can, but I do, you know, indulge once in a while, but I do always track it. And that's one of the things that I've been really trying to get, because I never used to do that. If I just had a bad day or an off day, I just wouldn't track it because I didn't want to see it. But I think seeing it is definitely what I need to do for sure. And yesterday was one of those days. I was just hungry, and I really felt like hunger. Like, it did not feel like I just wanted something, because there was nothing in particular I was craving. I just wanted to eat. So let's see, what did I start with yesterday? So I had an English muffin in the morning. So I started out my day great. I had a sourdough English muffin, which are my favorite. I love sourdough English muffins. And I had some sugar-free preserves, which I think I have raspberry right now in my refrigerator. So I had that, and I had 1 teaspoon of I can't believe it's not butter. So it was just like 4 more points for that. So that's how I started. And then I had a banana and I had my coffee. So that was my way I started. And then I started doing the meal prep. And when I was in the getting stuff out of the pantry, what was in there that I saw? Well, there's a bunch of stuff in there that was not good anymore. So I started throwing things out. But, oh, my Trader Joe's Gorgonzola crackers were in there. So I ate some of those, and I caught myself, like, eating out of the box. So I stopped after, like, 5 of them, and I just measured out 17 of them total. So then I had just 2 smart points. So I did that. And then I had an orange, because I thought, okay, I'll just have an orange. So I had an orange, or like a little miniature, the little mandarin oranges. So I had one of those. And then let me look at my tracker here, because I'm trying to remember everything that I had. Because I tracked every single thing, even the 0-point items. So then I was doing meal prep, and I ate one of those empanadas. And then I had, my husband was eating, so then later on, so then I had those empanadas, and then that was lunch. I just had one of those. And then after that, I had another orange. I was just craving those like crazy, so I had another mandarin orange. And then I think I drank like 4 cups of coffee yesterday, because that was the way that I was like trying to stop myself from eating. That usually helps me if I just have a cup of coffee. So I had a cup of coffee, and I just made sure I kept the half and half to a minimum, so I can sometimes drink it with just 1 tablespoon in there. I prefer 2, but I just kept it down to 1. And then, so then later on in the evening, my husband, then we had dinner. And I thought, I'll just have dinner early. That way, I just get this out of my system, because I just felt so hungry. So, I already had dinner in the crock pot. And so we had dinner like at 5, which is like 2 hours sooner than we normally do on the weekdays for sure. So I ate dinner, which I had that over cauliflower rice, so it was only like 3 points for the dinner. That was that creamy fiesta chicken, which is, it was only 2 points, which is so good, you guys. It's so, so good. I cannot wait to have it again. And you guys know I'm not like a leftover person, so I'm going to have it on Tuesday, I think, tomorrow. So I had that. And then I made some pinto beans. It's just, I don't put anything in them, no fat or anything, just plain pinto beans on the stove for my husband. And I had some of those too after I ate my dinner, like really. And I just had but they're free, 0 points, so no big deal. So I thought I'd just have a little bit, and they were so good. So I had those. And then it was not even, so then I painted my nails. So while I painted my nails, I had another cup of coffee. I think by the end of the day, I had like 4 cups of coffee. So I had another cup of coffee while I was doing my nails. And so I was sitting here at the table doing that. And then my husband, after I was done with that, my husband got up and he was eating his snack, which were Keebler shortbread cookies. And so I had, and the pecan shortbread cookies. So I had 3 of those, 10 points. So I'm in my little snack thing right now. So I had 3 of those for 10 points. And you would think, okay, done. And I did, at this point though, I hadn't tracked everything. I was just writing it down, like what I had, because I knew I was going to go back and track it later on, because I was reading and all that. So I was just like, I just wrote it down on a piece of paper, everything that I had. And then I had taken some Smart Cakes out of the freezer like Saturday, and I didn't eat them, and so I ate one of those, one of the cinnamon ones, which is only 1 smart point, but I ate one of those. I had another mandarin orange, and then you would think I was not, and I felt physically hungry. I don't know, it was so weird. So then I had an apple, and I thought, okay, just have an apple, but then I had peanut butter. I don't know where I left off because my husband called. Okay, yeah, that's right. I was talking about the apple, and I thought I'm going to have some peanut butter with it, and I don't know, I'm not at almond butter, but I do have like the natural, like Adams, no sugar peanut butter. No, I decided I didn't want to have to deal with that because you have to stir it, and it was just a pain, so I just got the Jiffy peanut butter out, and I had some of that, which is 6 points for 2 tablespoons, and that is what I had. So, well, it's a natural creamy peanut butter, but still, it still has sugar in it. And it was still 6 points for 2 tablespoons, which I think the natural peanut butter, I think the Adams one is the same amount of points. But regardless, I didn't need 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. So I was really nervous about putting it all on my tracker. So I put it on my tracker, and I ended up with 28 smart points. So I still got a blue dot, and I tracked everything. So that was good. So I don't know. I think probably looking back at what I had throughout the day, I started my day out with carbs like that, with like an English muffin, and then I had the empanada at lunchtime, which is also bread. I'm thinking that that's why I was so hungry, because I don't normally eat that many carbs like that, and so I don't know if it just went through, just made me really hungry. I have no idea. I think I definitely did not have any protein, and that was the problem. And looking at there was protein in the empanadas, but I should have had like maybe a hard-boiled egg, which I forgot to make hard-boiled eggs again during meal prep, so I'm going to do that probably tonight, just make some hard-boiled eggs. I don't need any today. So I'm going to definitely have eggs for breakfast this morning. That's the only thing I know so far that I'm going to have. I don't know what else I'm going to have for breakfast, but I'm definitely going to include eggs. I think that I definitely need the protein. That's the only thing I can think of that was causing me to be so hungry. I don't know, unless it's just, because of my time of the month or something. I don't know. It was just a very odd feeling. So I just want to let you guys know that I have those days too where I just can't stop eating, and that was definitely yesterday. I just could not get enough of food, and it was crazy, and I hate that feeling. And I did drink water throughout the day too. I drank, I don't know how many of these, but I've been doing really good with water. This is already my first one. Now granted, I've been having to put water enhancers in these, but I've been putting like a half a packet, trying to get myself, I don't know, there's these weeks also where sometimes I cannot just drink plain water, even just lemon and water. I have to do something else. But anyway, I did drink quite a few waters and tea yesterday, so I feel like I still was drinking water, so it wasn't, I don't know what it was very strange. But we all have those days, and the only advice I can give you is just to track it and to keep track of it. And I think normally I like to track it as I do it, but my phone wasn't accessible. I was using my iPad to read, so it was just, I just wrote it down. So anyway, it was a good weekend though. I don't feel bad about it because I did track it, and I still ended up within, a good, reasonable amount of points, and I felt like the choices I made were pretty good. It could have been a lot worse. I had a Smart Cake. I had made sure the cookies were probably the worst choice that I made, and I could have chosen the healthier peanut butter, but, I feel like that I made good choices overall. So anyway, that was my weekend this week. I don't expect I always say that, I don't expect any kind of surprises, and then usually something happens, but I think it's going to be a pretty mellow week as far as work, and I don't think we have any like surprise meetings or lunches or anything that's going to throw me off plan, so that is good, which is really good, because being that time of the month, I may be more susceptible to giving in. But hopefully I will just make sure I take lots of snacks with me as usual and just try to stay on track. And as far as videos, it'll be the same this week. I have a couple of February special videos coming up that I have 2 collabs that are coming up in February, so you'll have a couple videos coming up there. This weekend, I'm not sure, I'll talk to you guys about this weekend on Friday. So as far as during the week, you'll just see my usual what I ate videos and nothing too exciting. So let me know, you guys, how you guys' weekend went. Did any of you have a weekend weigh-ins you want to share? Let me know, and let me show you what I'm going to have for breakfast today. Okay, so I know I said I was going to have eggs for breakfast, but my body was telling me that it wanted yogurt. As soon as I opened the refrigerator and I saw the yogurt, I'm like, yes. But this yogurt, this is the plain non-fat Greek yogurt, which has lots of protein in it. So I am also making some hard-boiled eggs. I will just take them to work today just in case I do want something else. So in here is some plain non-fat Greek yogurt. I have some cinnamon. Oh, I did mix in 1 packet of Truvia into the yogurt as well. And then I have 2 tablespoons of PB2 for 1 point, cinnamon. I have a teaspoon of honey for 1 point, and then banana. So this is going to be 2 smart points, and then I'm still working on my coffee, so this will be breakfast. Okay, so for lunch today, I'm going to have the sheet pan fajitas. If you watched my meal prep, you would have saw how I made these. I will link my meal prep down below. So this down here at the bottom is some rice, cauliflower, black beans, and then I have the fajitas on top. So I have some chicken and some bell pepper with some fajita seasoning. I'm going to go ahead and, this was I actually made as a dressing, but I'm going to go ahead and use this as kind of like sour cream for this. So there's non-fat plain Greek yogurt, a little bit of Taco Bell mild taco sauce, and then I have some taco seasoning in here. So it'll be 0 smart points for this. And then I have 2 of the Tomorrow brand multi-grain tortillas, which are 2 smart points. So it's 1 smart point a piece for the tortilla. So it's 2 smart points total. And this is 0 smart points. So this is going to be a 2 smart point lunch. Then for snack today, I have some sugar-free jello here that I have some frozen fruit in. Then I have some vegetables, and this is some veggie dip, which is made with the Knorr veggie dip seasoning, which again I did show in my meal prep, and some plain non-fat Greek yogurt. For this is 0 smart points. I have a light cheese stick for 1 smart point, 2 mandarins, and an apple. And then I may go ahead and just bring those 2 hard-boiled eggs that I am making right now. So I may go ahead and have one of those or something. I don't know. I'll probably just bring them with me and just see what happens. So for dinner tonight, I am having salsa verde chicken. I do have a recipe video that I made for this. It was part of a multiple, I think there was 3 dinner recipes in it, and it was before chicken was 0 smart points. So now this recipe actually is, you only count for the cheese. And also, I have the cheese for 2 points. I did 2 points for the cheese of the light mozzarella from Trader Joe's. And then I also did a half a cup of the Trader Joe's brown rice and mixed it with some rice cauliflower. So that is also 3 smart points. So total is 5 smart points for this dinner.